What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into the Boba Squadron podcast live. Tonight, we are taking a look at the recent miniseries Star Wars Tales of the Empire and also some Star Wars collectibles. So make sure you stay tuned, hit the thumbs up while you wait, and we'll see you on the other side of this intro.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, Paul. Hey, Ernie. Hey, Yoko.
Hello there, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi,
This is Ashley Eckstein, voice of Ahsoka Tano,
and you're tuned in to Boba Squadron.
and I can't wait to hear what you have to say on Boba Squadron.
This is the podcast you're looking for.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into the Boba Squadron podcast. What we do here on this channel, we talk about a lot of collectibles and action figures, and of course, the awesome TV shows and movies that we get from that. So tonight, or vice versa. But tonight, we're going to be talking about Star Wars: Tales of the Empire. And so, heads up if you haven't seen it yet. Spoilers for tonight. But you're welcome to stick around, obviously, or come back if you, for later once you're finished watching. But we are joined tonight by the entire squadron, and we'll be catching up with some Star Wars toy news and announcements. So please welcome back to the show. First up, we have the one and only Fallen Fett. What's up, Ernie?
Oh, I'm first tonight. Wow, threw me off. I'm sorry. How's it going?
It was just the order. Good. How are you, man?
Good. It's Monday again already.
Not too much. Not too much toy stuff lately, right?
No. Not a lot going on, but still, there's always Star Wars to talk about, though.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's see. We also have back in her seat now. Your co-host from your channel, Yoko. What's up, Yoko?
What? I was here the whole time.
Oh, good save.
The whole time.
The whole time.
I ran to get my mouse droid necklace. That's what happened.
Nice.
Oh, we can talk about that. And
well, it's an old one. Hi.
okay. And last, certainly not least, my good friend, Mr. Paul Sun-hyung Lee.
What's up?
Hey, Paulie.
Long time no see.
Yes, indeed. It's been a while. How's everyone's week going so far? We had our show last week. Then we had Tales of the Empire. We had, what was a week ago? May 6th. So there hasn't been much Star Wars stuff. But any new toy pickups lately? Who wants to go first?
My 000 arrived today. So
What?
Dole, let me know if you want it.
I got him.
Dang, already?
Paul, you got yours too?
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, so those were ready to ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they were.
That's crazy.
Are you gonna flip yours to Ryan because he was gonna get my extra one?
Oh. I wasn't sure what I was doing with it.
But if you're getting
the rest of my life.
but
I'm not giving it to him.
Oh, I know. But are you aren't you gonna wait until they announce the Dr. Afra?
Yeah,
Because-
I don't know. I've been on the fence this whole time about if I really need the droids to. So if somebody really if it probably means more to someone else. I just want Afra. I can live without the droids,
Okay.
Maybe it's a bidding war. Maybe he's trying to get going between.
That's
you
what I
two.
was waiting for.
The opposite of a
I
bidding
offered
war.
to hand deliver mine to Dole though, so that might give me an advantage.
A lowballing war. A ball war.
hmm
Uh,
I
No?
got no balls to war with.
oh, no balls in the game. All right.
She's got no.
Yeah.
Is there a
Need
sport
that
that
on
has
a
multiple
shirt.
balls in play?
It is just like pinball. It's the hardest
Pinball
to control
yeah.
all those balls. Yes.
You're
Pinball
juggling, is
does.
what you're saying. The multiple.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think there is a sport, is there? With multiple. All right. I couldn't figure it out. either.
Dodgeball?
Pinball.
Mm.
Pinball. I don't want to
Dodgeball.
offend all the pinball enthusiasts, but is it a sport or
Oh,
That's
it's definitely a
half
sport.
or is it in the Olympics?
Hey,
It
look,
should
they have
be.
ballroom dancing in the Olympics,
Yeah.
right?
I'll call. Yeah,
That's a sport.
Dance is way more of a sport than pinball. Are you kidding me?
I resent that, Yoko. I've been
Bing bong.
training. It is far more than just that.
It
You've got your
is.
forearm control, your posture, your
Yeah.
hip work. You got to be ready to use
The
your
hip thrust.
to sort of hit that side. so you
Unlike
don't break the
dancing,
machine.
that doesn't do any of those
Absolutely.
things.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh
could
my
do Olympic
gosh.
dancing right now if I
Oh,
wanted to.
okay, show us.
Oh,
Full screen
you're
fit.
saying
No,
you can
that's it.
just pick
Give
it
us
up.
some
Screen
foxtrot.
Yeah, that's for another show, another time. I
Hmm.
mean, we'd have to do the OnlyFans for that.
Hmm.
Is a foxtrot what the horses do, or that's just a regular trot?
That's just a regular trot.
Okay, not a fox.
I said foxtrot because of the F's.
Trot.
I have a lot of F's to give.
We are ridiculously off topic. My goodness. But yeah, we had a chance. I hope everyone had a chance to watch and maybe rewatch Tales of the Empire. If you're in the chat watching this live, spoiler warning. But also, I'm looking forward to what else is coming down. After we last talked, last week's episode, I was able to see Phantom Menace in theater, and it was an experience. It was the points where Yoko was like, I fell asleep during this part, and Paul said, I fell asleep during this part. I tried my best to stay awake. I did start to doze off because my wife, because you fall asleep, and my wife's like, did you fall asleep? I'm like, no. She's like, I felt your hand twitch. I'm like, that was just, I have to pee. But she knew. But they showed a scene from The Acolyte at the end of that movie, and it was really, really good. So it had, again, correct me if I'm getting the name wrong. Is it Carrie Ann Moss from The Matrix? Trinity. So the scene is with her. It's not in any of the trailers. It's like a 1 minute clip of a scene. So it's not a trailer. It's not trailer footage. It's really, really good. Has anyone seen it yet online? She's fighting with somebody.
Have they posted it online?
I don't know if they posted it or if anyone filmed it or described it to people.
I think
Oh,
Kevin's trying to tell us, Paul, that he recorded it and posted it
Yes.
online.
That's right.
Yeah.
From the bathroom.
Not this month, Ernie.
He's on. Who's that guy?
No, but it's a really cool scene. It looks like practical effects, and it's a fight scene that they showed, and it's just were there any really good hand-to-hand combat scenes in Star Wars that you guys can think of that's not lightsaber heavy? Was there anything in recent times?
The only movies that would kind of fit that would be Solo or Rogue One, because there was a decided lack of Jedi there.
Right.
I know Jyn Erso. There was that scene in Jeddah where he had the collapsible baton, and she was hitting the stormtroopers with that.
That was good.
Oh yeah, or Chirrut.
Chirrut Way.
Yeah,
that's right. Of course, taking out a squad of them, and then
So-
being bailed out by Baze.
exactly. A giant minigun. But
Yeah.
this is a really cool scene. I don't know if I'm describing it good enough or vague enough that makes you want to see it more. But that makes me like, I was already really excited for it because of the era that the story is going to be set in and all the actors and everything we've seen in trailers so far. But this scene, although I generally want to go in fresh and not see any content apart from trailers, like this has me even more excited. I don't know if anyone in the chat has seen this segment yet that I'm talking about at the end of the Phantom Menace. Some people on Instagram told me they watched the movie and that theater didn't have that scene, which I thought was
I've heard the same thing.
really.
Yeah, I've heard people who went and saw it, and there was nothing at the end, and so I was under the impression that it was like a May the 4th thing for that weekend only.
But the movie was only out for May the 4th thing that weekend only, wasn't it?
Ours was still here this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wanted to go see it. I didn't have a chance to see it though, but I wanted to. But ours was still here.
Damn. Tommy says I forgot there was an extra segment and we left before the Phantom Menace finished.
Oh, Tommy.
Even before it finished, like the whole movie.
Before
Tommy?
the main movie finished?
That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's because he fell asleep and woke up.
I could be sleeping at home.
I fell asleep 3 times. Let's go.
And he gathered everybody up. Time to go.
Yeah, but rewatching the movie, Jar Jar still
Oh.
doesn't work well for me. I mean, like that's a huge draw for the kids, I guess, but it's just pretty obnoxious still. Then the Moidians,
So dumb.
even more Asian this time around.
Jar Jar, even more jarring this time around.
More jarring. Yeah, but it was cool to watch it again to see
Boss Nass.
the scrolling text.
Even bossier.
Yeah, and the and Duel of the Fates. Did you get a new saber, Paul?
I did. I totally forgot. And it's very appropriate too because it's the Qui-Gon Jinn's. This is the one because I have Obi-Wan's from episode 1, and I've been eyeing this one, and there was a sale. It was a May the 4th sale. So I thought, okay, let's get Master and Apprentice, and the two of them can, I'll display them together. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is a Disney one?
No, this is from Corbanth Sabers.
Okay.
So this is their make right here. And there's a really interesting detail because I didn't realize that these grooves are like completely, like they're more than half of the
Yeah, I
saber.
didn't
So
know they
these
were
are
that
all
deep.
segments, right? I thought they were just little grooves, but that's all the way through. And I have to say, initially I kind of thought, oh, it's rather plain looking, but there's an elegance to it that I quite enjoy. And I think it's pretty cool. So really happy I pulled the trigger on that one.
Nice pickup.
Lucky.
So you got that. You got 000. Yoko, you got your hot toy. Anything else?
No, nothing else.
You could have just given me a non-verbal thumbs down. Ernie, what about you, man?
No, but I was there this weekend and I was looking at all the sabers again. I don't know why I want a saber so bad right now, but like I'm on a saber hunt and I'm just not making a good decision. I held the Luke for quite a while, but that one's so chunky and fat on the Disney one. Like, I think I want to
You
go
don't like it
Paul's
girthy?
route. No, it was too girthy for me. In
Mm.
my hands and everything, I'm like, this ain't right. Give me something little. So, because it has for the emitter at the top, that small piece, Paul, that
Okay.
goes then to the saber.
Are you,
Well, on all
are you talking about the Return of the Jedi version?
yes.
Or okay. You can have it though. They have the thin version for that if you just don't want to put the blade
Yes.
in.
No, I know, but I want the blade in. Like,
Oh, I
the
see.
whole green
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. And I've seen people now online who have it,
Right.
where you can have the skinny part and the blade. And I'm
Right.
like, okay, now that I've seen that,
Yeah.
I held off, and so I didn't get it. But so there was that going on. I also met another fellow cast member, Anthony, who helped us as we got a picture, and he is now subscribed to the channel as well. So what's up, Anthony? We talked Star Wars the whole time while he was
Nice.
checking us out. He saw my tattoos, and then from there it was just a lost cause, and it was great. So what's up, Anthony? Welcome to the show. And news for Paul, your bucket sold out in 2 days
Oh wow.
in the park.
That's-
I think that's awesome because they still
cool.
had the clone
Nice.
trooper helmets. They still everything. Yeah. Because
It-
I went looking again and I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
In the GTA around here, I was told that because for May the 4th, I did that appearance at the GameStop over at Yonge and Dundas Square in Toronto. And they were supposed to get a large shipment of my helmets so that people could get them, buy them and sign them and stuff. But the shipment never came through because apparently they're sold out. In the GTA, you cannot get one of the Carson Teva helmets at any of the stores. Completely sold out. You can get them online though, Amazon.ca, and they have them on sale right now for $139 Canadian. So
Nice.
there you go.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ernie, I love you're going the old school route of getting new subscribers. It's like flyering doors, or like meeting people, shaking babies and kissing hands.
Absolutely. I wear my shirts to the park with all of our logos on it on my back. I'm just a big old walking billboard. And then I also have where it has the QR code, so you could just take a picture and sign up to everything.
That is
yeah, Marco hooks those up for me. So then he saw the tattoos, and I show him the shirt and everything, and it's like, oh man, And I love there's some people who go like this, like they're just talking to you, right? Like, oh yeah, I watched Star Wars. Nice. Would you like to buy this? You know, and then you're like, okay, no, this dude was full on fan. We were talking Black Series, vintage collection, what was in the park, what's coming out, how come Paul didn't have a figure yet. We talked about the helmet selling out. He then is now going to also make the switch to Hot Toys. And I was like, oh, you've got to. So another reason you got to watch the show. I said, they've helped me make a switch too. Not only did I win some, I said, but I'm there too. Like Black Series is just like whatever now. And he's doing that. And then he's also working on his 501st that he's trying to get accepted in. And I'm like, dude, you got to come on the show. And if you have a question, Paul can answer it. Like he is down to the color and thread count of uniforms on 501st stuff. And he's like, oh, this is awesome. And then
like
it was cool. So yeah, I'm always dude, if you just say something Star Wars, I'm going to test you on it. And yeah, I'll do the old school.
We'll so you're going to gatekeep people when you meet them? Is
subscribe. Yeah, because you could tell when they're not. You really can. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's my channel. That's all I say, and then I don't talk about any of the other ones. Like they're like, oh, okay, awesome. I like the Star Wars. Captain Kirk is so cool.
And then you're like, oh, he doesn't know it. Fake fan over here, everyone. Fake fan.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't want to lose my Disney pass. So no, I just smile and keep walking.
Nice.
So, yeah. We wrote Star Tours, and last time we got Ahsoka, and this time we got the Mandalorian. And that one I think so far is the coolest. That was really, really cool. And then I know you wanted to show some Disney stuff of merch. It was all there at the park. So that's cool too. You can go and get it right now when you're about to show that off. So
yeah, we'll get into some new merch and Tales of the Empire. But let's
sorry, forgot. I had another thing. This is Micro Galaxy Squadron. I actually got this to Amazon.com. It's an A-wing. It's not available in Canada. A lot of the Series 5 is not available yet, but this came with a little blind bag.
Nice.
The little scout class. And they're usually rares. They've been doing that a lot when a weird thing. So no, it's just like if you, at least the last wave, it was like that. If you got a blind box, you got some of the chases or the rares in the scout class. And so I was able to get like General Grievous and that little hamster wheel motorbike that he has. So I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, a little blind box here. And then that's the A-wing.
Very nice.
And look at what's happened here.
Oh,
no.
That is so stupid.
Any questions or concerns, do not return.
I thought it was taped on.
Oh, so did I. I thought it was a sticker.
Yeah.
I literally had something sent from Amazon one time, an X-Men 3-pack.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even in a box, Kevin, or nothing. It was just straight shipping on the front.
Not even the brown shipper. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was the Nimrod 3-pack.
Yes.
Yeah. I know they did that up here too. It was terrible,
dude. Was it just one dude at work all day doing that? Like for real? That was so horrible.
They did that with a Black Series lightsaber once. I ordered through Amazon, and they just shipped it in the box, no shipper, so you could tell exactly what it was. And then they had shipping labels all over it, and then they left it on the porch.
Insane.
So it's like, wow.
They should have a new series of stickers that just says "Steal Me."
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yoko, your shirt is dope.
Oh my god.
It's Star Wars Celebration.
The one we went to?
It turned into Paul. What? No. I was like looking at myself in the bottom right corner, and then it was Paul. Suddenly you moved me.
Is that which one is this? Which celebration?
This is from the last 22 in Anaheim. Yeah, the one.
I really like that.
Yeah, there was like
cell
6
shading.
different ones. Maybe I got this one, and the
Yes.
Hasbro one's really cool too.
That's dope. I like that.
Mouse
Mouse
droid.
droid. Oh my! Is that the
What's
Rock
the
Love
mouse
mouse
droid?
droid?
This is an old Rockcliffe piece, yeah, with the wheels move.
Nice.
Wheels on the bus.
But yeah, no, this shirt is awesome.
Very nice.
And Danny Haas is the artist.
Well,
that's
are
something
we
I have to do.
are we ready to can we take some time to say what's up to the people in the chat? It's about that point in the show. There's Grumps is a little upset because he feels like he's left some really great comments. I'm gonna be the judge of that. Actually, no, Yoko will be the judge of that since Grumps is Team Yoko all the way. So we
That's
have
unfair.
thank you for people who are here watching live and everyone
No,
watching the
very
replay. If you have a second, hit the thumbs up on the video and let YouTube know that you're enjoying some Boba Squadron. What is this?
Ernie ruined an emoji for me. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right. So first we have Bad Force Grump, channel member. What's going on? Peak Obi-Wan is here. Bad Wolf Media. Happy Monday to you. We have Rhino Hobbies. We have Tommy K, who didn't even finish watching the Phantom Menace. He left early. What in the world, Tommy K? John Takis, what's up? We have Aaron S, channel member Winger Loses here. We have Stream Elements. We have channel member Ryan Dole, channel member Burnt Vidar Larson, Bitter Vader 74. How's it going? Thank you for signing on. Quinn Calling is here. We have a channel member and my guest for this week's Unboxing Thursdays, Reginald L. Posier, legendary poser.
Guest?
Yes.
Why?
I thought it would be fun. Well,
Is this like an outreach thing?
Wow, super offensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even Paul's mumbling, wow. We have David De La Huerta is here. Thank you for being a channel member. And of course, Alexander Eagleson, who's a channel member here. Dude, he's like supporting over on Patreon. We were watching X-Men 97 and some older episodes on the Patreon last week to prepare for the X-Men 97 season finale. Yoko was there, Winger Lose in the chat. He was there too. So Dario and Sam Rock. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We have Michael Miller, Tommy K. I said that already. Ryan Dole, Best Car Kid is here. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a good Monday. Matt Logic 44, how you been, man? Good to see you in the chat again. Peak Obi-Wan says, got some sweet vintage Ewok stuff. Hells yeah, nice. Oh, Grump says plenty of pickups. I'm saving that information for a podcast I watch on Thursday. Oh, cool. He means Toy Migos, right?
I come on Wednesdays.
Mm,
Oh, it
No,
wasn't.
I don't think
Oh.
that's it.
My
That
fault.
Wednesdays he means Paul's new show. Winger Lose has been a channel member for 25 months. My goodness, says Ernesto. Drink your water. Updates.
Yep. Still going strong.
Oh, that's the update? All right.
I'm still doing it.
Peak Obi-Wan says pinball is a way of life. Right.
Yes.
But so is I don't know. Religion could be a way of life. I don't think that makes it a
Nope.
sport.
We need to get into the Olympics now.
All right. Toy Rensu, what's up, channel member? Toy Rensu. Best Car Kid is here. And RMD Collective. What's up, RMD? TVC Mackin says, good evening, everyone. Carson Tava for TVC. I would love that. Please, let's make it happen. Peak Obi-Wan. I'm trying to find Grumps. I'm not seeing these hilarious comments. Rhino Hobby says, are the Disney sabers better than the Hasbro ones? That's we'll get back to that one after, because I know you guys will have a nice debate. Maker and Geek is here. A weathered Kenobi saber is the grail for me. Oh yeah, that would be a cool one too. Let's see. What did Grump say, Yoko?
Oh, do we not see it?
Toy Rensu with a peach.
Yeah, there we go. And then
We have
This is a private show.
MWJ's here. Shelf Presidents Bruce, Brian, Rocky, Manzo, Angela Lee says, hey everyone, and congrats to my younger brother. Thank you for being here. Should we congratulate you on something specific?
I don't know.
Congratulations, though.
Congrats. Yay. We have Daniel Sertle here. What's up? And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Oh, and Darth Gutierrez, of course. Thank you for tuning in. All right. There's some it's the week after May 4th, so all the new products have pretty much been announced. And so in terms of pre-orders and things like that, there aren't that many new kind of fancy things. We spoke earlier about some lightsabers. I saw this on Instagram and I sent it to Yoko. I thought it was pretty cool. And this is a lightsaber hilt water bottle that you can get at the parks. I thought it would be cool. Yoko, what was your response to this?
You want me to say my response?
Please do.
I believe I said, now that's what I call a girthy lightsaber.
So true.
Yep.
So true. This is a thumbs down for me.
At which point I said, I cannot drink out of this, which is a good thing because at least you made the comment prior to me buying it, because I don't want to spend, what is it, like probably like $35. Why am I guessing? I have the
$35
right here. $39.99 American dollars.
Wow.
If I spent $40 on to sip from
That's like 3,000 Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
Right.
For a flashlight you can drink out of.
Bro, it's so girthy. And Paul, that is
Yes, sir.
exactly it. Remember the old
Is
school
it a
yellow
two-
flashlights?
I don't want to do it
Yeah.
on screen. Is it a two-hand sip?
Yes,
Oh god.
it is.
Oh, there you go.
It is. So, Paul, you remember the old school yellow flashlights with the black? Yes. And you got to drink and get it all from the bottom. Yeah.
Right.
It is the middle where you put your water inside is
Yeah.
smaller than that. I swear
Wow.
to God, it's got to be like 8 ounces in the middle, and that's it.
Yeah.
But David, it's girthy is all. I wouldn't get it. Not for $40. Yeah.
Oh, you
man.
sent the second message. No, Ernie.
It's I don't know. And people are buying them up. And I'm like, what are you going to put in the middle? It's seriously 2 swallows. Oh, well, yeah, I guess. I didn't think of that.
8 ounces,
We'll
huh?
get one.
All right.
Yeah,
2 swallows, huh?
it is. That's it. That's all that's in the middle there.
Oh
And-
my god.
I need the pixelization on the screen. Where's that editing? That
I'm just
censorship.
saying. I've seen it from my own eyes, and I can't believe it. There was 2 of them. There
Can
used
you
to be
hold
a Vader
2?
one.
Like one in each
No
hand?
way. No. If you're
Drink from
double
both?
fisting it, no. It can't happen.
No.
It's not going to happen. No.
Shelf President says, I bet it pairs well with the Dune popcorn bucket.
No, you know what? Still too girthy for that.
I don't know. Maybe a straw, but it's a cool.
Girthy is not a bad thing.
Is it made out of plastic or is that
Yes.
metal? At
No,
least.
it's plastic stick. Yeah. And it just flips open, and all
Okay.
it does is light up.
It
You
lights
press the
up.
red button where you ignite the saber to pop the top.
Yeah,
That's
but you
pretty
can't hear it. So I
So
really
there's no
literally
sound.
they're supposed to be, but you can't
Oh.
hear it. And I
Oh.
had it right up to my face, and I was like, nothing. Couldn't hear it.
See look at these like warnings and stuff. Wash thoroughly, fine, that's fair. Not dishwasher or microwave safe. Wash inner sleeve only in cool or warm water.
Well,
Clean
yeah.
exterior with non-abrasive sponge to prevent scratching.
Yeah, and make sure you get all the crevices.
You got to get in between all the folds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This is I think the idea is cool. A lightsaber water bottle is cool. It's just
So it doesn't extend or anything either. It just pops open.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
So you can't make it bigger.
No.
it's
No.
a
And
it's a
I
show.
tried
Like a big
everything.
straw and you can just sort of suck out of the tip of it.
Right. And I tried everything, and it just didn't grow.
It just won't.
Yeah, I was
You tried blowing on it a little bit?
2 hands. Well, I mean, if
What
you
if you
hit the
put
right
2 of them
button,
together?
it's going to pop open. Oh my
Right.
gosh. You could get, I don't know. If you could double, yeah. I
Or
don't
end
know.
to end, make it dual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might buy a mall one just for that. I don't know. If the
I mean,
mall one
if-
gets released, I'll let you know.
if you buy this one, you kind of have to show it off, right? Because it looks so good.
Yeah.
And
Probably
get
keep
a
it in
shirt
your-
that says a shirt that says I'm a size queen.
In
Yeah.
your pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can't It's not. Can you clip it to your belt? That looks like a pretty big hand loop.
Oh, fit in your pocket, right?
Well, I don't know. Short season's coming up. I may have to buy one of them.
All right, are we done with the innuendo here?
It's
Wait,
just
what are
a
you talking
water
about?
bottle.
Innuendo? What? What are you talking about, Kevin?
I didn't even know Nintendo made these. I thought
Oh
this
my
was
God.
all Star Wars.
Nintendo.
Um,
Oh, they like
Yoko,
that too, though.
I know
Oh,
you.
light up and sound. I missed that part. I was too.
That's what I'm
distracted
saying.
by
You
the
can't
girth.
hear it though,
Yeah, and Ernie had his face right up to it.
Oh,
Apparently,
and nothing came out. I couldn't
Nothing.
hear it.
she's just waiting and waiting and waiting.
what a letdown.
Did you shake it
Yeah.
even?
I
Give it
yeah,
a good shake.
and I thought it was something. Is it motion activated?
Try like popping it. A little bit of.
Nothing.
It's kind of hard to
Nothing.
hear the sound if his mouth was around it. That's why.
Yeah. Because I thought does it make sound while you're drinking? So I tested, and I was like, and nothing happened.
Not that there's anything wrong with a lightsaber water bottle. All right, Yoko, I know you collect these. Is this Hoth mug newish?
Oh yeah, that was part of
Whoa, are you okay?
No,
was
go
he,
on. Sorry,
thought
go
I
on.
he thought I collected girthy sabers. No, so this is a new collection. This came out for May the 4th too, but you know the planet ones that had been coming out.
Yeah.
So I guess that series is over, which I'm both happy and sad about because I would have kept buying them, you know. But I'm also one person with like 150 mugs in my cabinets, so that's fine. I was able to pass on a new series, you know.
Yeah, these look really cool. And we have a send-in highlight from D Sertle. Ernie, have you seen these? Oh, stupid pop-up. Go away. Go. Oh, there we go. Have you seen these at the parks already?
Yes, they were there this weekend, this Saturday.
Oh, okay.
They're in Star Trader at the back checkout center.
This is a new Droid Factory Pride. I think they've had them a few releases now.
Yes, I believe this
They're
is the
always
fourth
really
one.
cool designs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the fourth one. The one right before this is BB-8, which they still have available.
Mhm.
And this is the new one. But I couldn't. So is it supposed to be R3 Rainbow? Right? Is the 8 a B? That's what this one is.
Oh, nice. I was trying to figure out what the code was.
Yeah. Well, when I was there looking at it, I asked a cast member, they didn't know. But yeah, R3 Rainbow.
Were there a lot of them?
Oh yeah, they had just got them in that morning. Yeah,
Okay.
there was the whole shelf around the counter was full of these. And then the Starbucks had all of the brand new Hoth stuff as well too. There's different ones than just the coffee mug. There's 2 other glasses also.
Okay.
Like a water bottle style, and then a see-through other water bottle style of
At
the
the
same
Starbucks?
Hoth ones. Yes. Yeah.
Is that
They're-
specific? Is that just for Disney parks, or is it going to
Yes.
be? Okay,
Yes. Yeah. The Hoth ones they're really nice.
right.
I can send you pictures this weekend, Paul. if
No,
you're
it's okay.
interested.
Don't tease me.
Okay. All right. Just
Oh, are
let
you
me know.
going back? this
Oh yeah, I'm
weekend?
going this weekend. Yeah.
Can you grab can you help me grab a droid?
One of these ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
How
big are they?
Nate W.
These are vintage 3 3/4.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
you grab me one too, then, please?
Yes. Yeah. These are 3 3/4. Yoko?
I'm okay.
Okay. These are 3 3/4 ones. And then we heard on May the 4th, Kevin, I don't even know if you can find a picture of it now, but there was also supposed to be 2 new tumblers that came out, and one was Rebel and then one was Galactic Empire. And the Rebel one was like a white studded diamond with a blue Rebel insignia. And then the
Oh, I like that one.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
So supposedly they were there that morning and they had sold out by like 45 minutes. So I haven't even seen them, but they were
Oh.
supposedly there.
They
Yeah.
were sitting on a Disney store online for a while.
Oh, was it
I
really?
don't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they gone now?
No, I don't see it. But yeah, Ernie, please, thank you. And if you can, one package would be awesome.
Yes.
Any other toy stuff that we may have missed? Let us know in the comments. But again, there wasn't that much in terms of new releases this past week. One more cool thing that I think is awesome. So I mentioned, this week's Unboxing Thursday's guest is Legendary Poser, and the week after that, really another really talented toy photographer goes by Black Series on Instagram. Zay. Here we go. And so he this is like the third or fourth year he's done this. He's out in LA, and he does this cross promotion thing with the LA Galaxy, and he does a unique brand new shot, like toy photography. He's got the LA Galaxy mascot there. What's his name? Cosmo. So he includes the mascot in his shots, and he's got posters, and I think he just hands them out at the Star Wars Day games at the LA Galaxy. And he's going to be the guest next week, but it's really cool that they have these promotions. Look at his setup. Old most of the shop and dioramas. This is cutting foam to make the moisture evaporator in the scene, and he's super cool. So he does a lot of great shots, and he does he's done 3 or 4 years now. He does stuff with Micro Galaxy Squadron. He's so good at crafting things. He made his own trading cards. Look how good these look. Those are his own shots, and they're in the slabs, in the graded slabs.
Wow.
So yeah, he was at the Star Wars Day LA Galaxy game, and you see the people came out to see him. He did some giveaways with, I think there was some Black Series stuff, Micro Galaxy Squadron, and our friend Leilani, who plays Tika the Jawa. I think she was there doing Star Wars stuff for the game too. So this is really cool to see, people in our community, like the toy photography thing, being at like just a sports event. It's awesome. So congrats to Zay. Speaking of sports, is pinball a sport?
Yes.
An Olympic level sport? Nobody wants to. We made all those lightsaber comments, but the pinball, we don't want to offend anyone. These are the tumblers you guys were talking about?
Yes. So is this still up right now, Yogo?
Mhm, yeah.
Oh wow.
$50. Holy
$50?
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Come on. That better,
Yeah.
that better have real kyber crystal in it.
No.
$50. Come on. How big is that? Is that more than 8 ounces?
Yeah.
It's
These
like the-
are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still 50.
What are these?
Yeah.
These 24.
I
These
mean-
24.
If it comes filled with booze,
Yeah.
Mhm.
then maybe.
Nope.
Or like unlimited coffee for the day?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Nothing.
Pike
50
Place
bucks.
though only. Wow.
Yeah.
Or blonde roast.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Speaking of kyber crystals, did I tell you guys that they switched them at the park as well too?
Yes, last week.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
there is another.
Hear it in
there's-
Paul's voice. Yes. Last
They
week.
changed it.
two-
And I went and said, they're the black ones and the red ones still rare. And they said, yes. So I said, forget it. I've already got mine. Sorry, Ernie.
Yeah, it went something like that.
Never mind, move along. I'm not going to tell it now.
Oh, did you have another
There's-
run-in?
Yeah, there's 2 rares. There's a
Ooh.
Kylo and there's a Ben Solo.
Yeah.
So
We heard.
I know that.
That-
I said
was-
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
last week. You did.
Both of them though.
You did.
Yeah.
Same
I
outrage.
only knew one.
The outrage sounds familiar.
No, you were outraging about the Ben Solo
Okay.
and that you should have
Well,
bought a blue one.
yeah, now there's also a Kylo one. So it's the opposite. It's red with the cracked with the blue inside.
Oh, I see.
Ah.
Yeah.
That is new information.
Yes. So there you go. 2 new chases, not one.
I was about to come to your defense, Ernie. I'm pretty sure you only said one of those last week.
Okay, thanks.
I thought you meant
Appreciate
two, as in like the black one.
No.
Yuko's
No,
cat
no,
looked
no.
like she's falling. Look, help me!
Oh.
Help!
Do the Mufasa scene. Do it. Go, Scar.
Now just
Okay.
be like Obi-Wan and jump,
Oh,
flip
no,
up
he's
over
just
the
gonna-
ledge and pick
he's
up a
just gonna-
lightsaber.
He's hanging on there pretty good.
He's
Launch
just
him.
hugging you.
Yeah.
Aw.
So needy. That's awesome.
So
Why-
these are the other ones that I was talking about that are also there. These are the
Why is this
24-ounce big ones.
$20 cheaper.
Pounds. How much are those?
28.
That's
Yeah.
28. The other ones are okay. So is this one smaller than the other one?
No, it's the same size.
So why the frig is it?
It doesn't have. It's not the same.
Studded, and it's not exclusive.
It's not ribbed.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it
it's
is
not
exclusive.
I see. It's not ribbed for pleasure.
Right.
Yeah,
These are just
see?
the other
Yeah.
ones have ribbings on it.
Yes.
Feel
I
it.
see.
The $28 one's going to slip right out of your hand. There's
That's
no
right. The other one's
enjoyment.
got some grip, some actual.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, there you go. And Ernie's stroking away on his cup just to demonstrate for us.
Demonstrate for you guys. Yeah.
This stream.
It's pleasurable to the touch.
So
Legendary
this is the other one there.
Yeah. Legendary Poser says, yes, he and I are comparable. You're comparable in the sense that you're both guests on Unboxing Thursdays. How about that? Bad Wolf says, pinball is a game, not a sport.
Sport.
Matter of fact, I like it. Oh, Brick Something is here. What's going on? It says, when will competitive lightsaber dueling be a sport? They have competitions, don't they? But then they have pinball competitions too. Oh yeah, back on the topic of lightsabers, the three of you can help peak Obi-Wan. This is not the right question. The question was, which lightsabers are better, Parks or Hasbro?
I think it depends.
Yeah.
It does. It
It's-
does.
I think
It's such a hard one to answer.
I think for if you're looking at actual presentation, the parks, the boxes that they come in, those are really next level. The presentation of the packaging, they play music, sound, like for certain the special ones that have been released in the parks. I've been really impressed with. Ernie, what do you? Okay, sorry. It's like, is he wearing pants or a towel? I thought it was a towel for a second.
Was that a lightsaber water ball, Ernie?
There you go.
Why is everybody laughing? What did I do?
Nothing. It's just I didn't
my
know you were
shorts
getting up.
fall?
And
He
no.
got-
I was just sort of like, where's Ernie going?
Oh,
He got
sorry.
nervous. You weren't wearing pants.
I thought
Yeah.
for a second I thought he was a towel, and I thought he's
Straight from the shower.
he's
Straight
coming
out
from the shower, right? He didn't want to get
I was
busted
watching-
He's in the
I
shower.
was
Not
watching
the
shows.
backdrop.
right?
The green screen.
Right. So those cases are from the park, like those are the park sabers, which are great. And you have some of the specialty boxes, like Yoko. You've got a couple that are just gorgeous, right?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, you open it up,
Yeah.
plays the music, and stuff. Whereas the
I
Black
saw that.
Series, you usually you get the box that it comes in. And I've heard as well. Well, no, I actually have comparing the two, the speakers on I think it's the Black Series ones. They're pretty quiet. Like it's
Oh,
hard
really?
to hear it when it sparks up. Sometimes, but they're very similar in terms of their construction and how you attach the blades to it and whatnot.
I saw someone unbox that new Darth Maul, the box one, and it plays
Oh,
Duel of the
yeah.
Fates when you open it. It's a pretty nice presentation, but it's also a lot of money, right?
Is that still available? It's
And
$400.
those ones you have to buy. The Disney ones you have to buy blades, but
Yeah.
most of the blades are interchangeable between the hilts, right?
Yeah.
And they have different lengths versus the Black Series ones are made just for whichever saber you're getting. And they're labeled on there, right? Can you swap them,
Yeah.
Paul?
But you get a blade automatically with
Right.
No, it's
any saber that you buy.
Yeah.
I mean that's one of the bonuses of getting the Black Series ones.
Black Series now also have some effects to it too,
Yes.
and
like
the park ones do not.
the newer Black Series, you'll have like the clash effect. You'll also get the, like, if you're dragging, like tip drag as well.
Yeah.
Here,
you
check out my tip.
You're what?
He's doing the tip drag. He's dragging his tip across the across his camera lens.
Get that out of my face. It has the effect when it's putting the lightsaber through the metal door.
Yeah.
Like the melting the
That is the
metal.
tip drag.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool for about 2 minutes for me. Good.
Yeah. So and the other thing is too, like outside of the Disney parks, so you can go to Disney Shop and get some of the park sabers if they're available and in stock. Whereas for Force Effects or the Black Series Force Effects ones, generally you can just get them anywhere, right? Like you can get them on Amazon. You can go into the stores. You don't have to be at the park specifically. So there's that as well. Just the availability of them.
I think if I wanted, I think
the Disney ones have different size sabers as well. It's 3 different sizes.
the blades, you mean?
The blades,
Yeah.
that you put in. So the one to get is if you do the show itself, like is the correct proper one, and then they sell one smaller and one even smaller than that when you purchase your saber inside Doc Ondar's. But if you do the build a saber yourself, the show, you get the lengthy one, like 28, I believe it is, and that's the way to get that one. But then once you have that one, you can still, like, I could put it into this Leia saber.
Right.
It's not just for the ones that you build. So
Yeah. I think price wise and in terms of like the variety, there's more character lightsabers from Disney, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think they've done some that Hasbro hasn't. Yeah.
yes.
Which ones?
Qui-Gon, like you guys have Qui-Gon. When I say you guys, I mean Disney. I don't know why you don't. Well, one of you works. One of you works for or with Disney. There's no Black Series Qui-Gon, is there?
And
Or
and
Asajj?
No.
Ventress.
They have Black Series Ventress.
I have Black Series.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I have that one. I did and those are chunky. That's when I
Yes.
first noticed how much girthier those
crisper.
saber hilts were. Like they're gigantic, and they can link together just like the Darth Maul one.
And the Parks one don't.
Oh, really?
Yes. The
Huh.
park ones do not do that. They don't.
Interesting.
The only ones that connect for the park ones was the Temple Guard
Right.
and the Darth Maul.
Right.
Yeah, I think that the parks have more
Cal Kestis.
character selection.
Yeah.
Cal,
The Black
Kanan?
Series does not have the Cal Kestis.
Kanan
There
and
is
Ezra.
Is Ezra
Um,
the staple gun one?
No, it's not the staple gun one.
Mm.
No, Black
want
Series does
that.
not have Ezra as well.
Yeah.
they
Um,
sell a toy version of the staple gun one though that looks
Yeah.
do you
pretty
guys have?
cool to
Wait,
have.
does Disney Parks? Did they have Darth Revan?
yes, they
Yeah.
did. It was gone. It was a special. I believe that was last
Mm.
year. But it's already gone. But
Right.
Hasbro has that too though.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to think of what Hasbro might have
Oh, that they
That-
don't. Yeah.
that
Hasbro has Leia. Do they have Rey?
yes.
They have both, but
They're
that's
literally
one where I
sitting
preferred Hasbro's. I preferred Hasbro's over the Parks one
Oh, how come?
Right.
for Rey Skywalker. I can't remember why,
Okay.
but at the time, there were
You
reasons.
should say, watch my comparison video, and
I
you'll
get
find.
my wish. There were there was a reason
I have
why I
a
liked that one better.
I have a Disney Darksaber that came in a
Right.
package, but everybody's telling me that the Black Series one is better. So I
Oh.
want to try and pick up one of the Black Series ones to see like what is the difference, because I've watched reviews and everybody's 50-50. I've
Right.
seen them say the Disney one is the one, and then I've seen them say that the Black Series is the one. So it's really been 50-50. So me having that one,
Yeah.
I want to get one of those and do a comparison. But for everybody who's asking and wants to know, when I go this Saturday, I will post up a video in my stories of Doc Ondar's case, and then you can see all the different ones. Because right now, Paul, they have a lot that are just cheaper, that
Right.
are I don't want to say not important, but other Jedi's sabers that they put out because they're very basic
Right.
that are at the park right now
Oh,
that are
like
like only like 109,
Oh wow!
119. Yeah. And they're a lot cheaper because they're just very, very basic sabers, but
Right.
they are considered somebody's.
Okay.
So I can't remember. Yeah, because it's not just like purchase a saber, right? It is somebody's. Like
Right.
I can't remember if it's Plo Koon's or who it is
The
that they have
legend
there.
known as Plo Koon is not.
Yeah,
Wow, the disrespect.
sorry, but
Oh wait, there was that cool High Republic one recently too.
yeah,
Yeah,
the sword looking one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have a temple guard. I forgot. It's from Disney parks.
Yeah.
I got it when I was in Vancouver. It's like the temple guard,
Yeah, that was
dual
the first one.
lightsabers
Yeah.
as well. So yeah. No, the park. Yeah, Disney parks has way more variety than Black
Yeah.
Series.
And I think with those cases,
Yeah.
display wise, I think look cool if you have a place to display all of those cases. You don't have to get a hilt or the blade with every single saber you get,
Yeah.
so you can be
I'm
selective.
sorry, I
in
would
that way.
show the other case that they come into, but I have too many toys on it.
Which
Because
case?
they have the second case with the special package where they give you
Oh,
a
the-
stand,
Yeah, I don't
a
have that
belt
one.
clip, and a blade along with it. It was just at the time, it was just a better buy to buy those ones
Yeah.
because you got all that extra. The stand is like $40. The belt clip is 20. The blade itself is another 50, and they had it all packaged together. Now,
Right.
though, they've raised the prices on those package deals, so they're not as hard plastic as these, but
Yes.
it's still it's still a cool setup that
Yeah.
they have, magnet wise. So
Because I have the Disney parks, for example, the Obi-Wan Kenobi from the show.
Yeah.
I've got the Disney parks version, and I've got the Black Series Force Effects, and I want to do a comparison video for them. But the parks one doesn't come with a hard case. It's like the cardboard sort of
the long one,
yeah, the long box.
yeah, with the extra blade and the
Yeah.
stand and all, what I was talking about. Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So everybody just watch Paul's comparison video when he does that, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
When it comes
There
out in
you go.
2026.
You have enough time.
I want to thank John Carmen. Thank you for becoming a YouTube channel member. Appreciate you. Thank you. And if you guys are seeing all the channel member stuff, it's just and you don't know what that's about, you can become a channel member here on YouTube. You get access to the special emojis. I should have had them pinned here on the chat, and it's just a way for you to support the channel. There was one more Hasbro thing that was they weren't trying to announce it. We don't know if it's real, and it's a leak of the HasLab. I'm not going to show it because if it's real, people worked on this, and unfortunately it was possibly shown too early. What is that? You got bull airs?
Yeah, so I'm such an idiot. So I
Every
got
time
these
I move
sent to
on,
me.
Paul's got another new toy.
I know. They're not. It's not a toy, but it came to me just before May the 4th. I didn't open it right away. It's from Tom over at Bull Airs. He's the founder of it, and he sent me.
Oh
my gosh!
Which ones did he send you? Oh
Well,
god!
Came with a bunch of great stuff.
Heck yeah!
Nice T-shirt.
Let's get to the shoes, man.
Some sort of spongy
Heck
thing.
yeah!
Nerf demon and
Madball.
these are the Endor Rebel Troop.
Oh, nice.
Nike.
So sick.
Get them closer, man. Let's see the details.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sick.
There are these
Oh man.
special edition Endor Trooper.
That is sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting a lot of ads for that around May 4th on IG.
So I was meant to do I wanted to do an unboxing of these, but I thought I'd give everybody a sneak preview of these. Now these are all custom that are from Bull Airs,
Yeah.
painted, and you got the nice little metallic weathering, the Arabesh on the back.
Does he individually like recolor everything and add the
Yeah.
weathering on each pair?
I don't know if he does it himself. They might have a factory setting. You have to order these special, and then it takes them a while.
Someone's
So,
hands.
But
hand
these are
beats it.
and back in Arabesh Belaires. But yeah, so he sent me these, and so I need to do a video on these.
Very nice. Bull Bull
LL
Airs AIRS. If you guys
Yeah.
want to check it out on
.com.
social media, yeah, I've seen some
And
of
in
those.
fact, he's making me a custom set of Carson Teva
What?
high tops.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you serious?
I'm
That
looking
is
forward
so
to that.
sick.
Yeah, and I got put onto him because I saw online somebody sent me a link, and it was a pair of custom Avatar: The Last Airbender high tops, and I thought I must have these, and so I put the order in, and or actually I messaged him saying, hey, can I order these, and then he recognized who I was, and that's how we got talking, and so he's like, I would love to make a pair of custom Carson Teva boots or shoes for you. And I was like, yes.
Hey.
Oh
absolutely.
my god, look at those X-Wing pilot ones.
Yeah. Paul, you know he did Marty's, right?
Yes, I saw those.
Yes.
I saw
Scorsese?
those. No, like Marty McFly.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Like
he did the mags.
yeah.
I thought he
So-
made a pair for the legendary
Look at
director.
that.
You call him Marty?
I thought Ernie does. Ernie's first name basis with first name and
A
nickname.
lot of director. Yeah.
Nah, like I've seen the Ninja Turtle stuff
Yeah,
that he
the
does.
Captain in.
The Stormtrooper ones are nice too. They're nice and clean.
Mhm.
Like you wouldn't really know just by without the May 4th logo there that right away it's a Star Wars thing. What are these what's the red one?
Loafers.
Troopers? Red 5? No. I don't know. Yeah, super cool. Go check it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Amazing work.
Very
Yes.
nice, Paul.
Sick.
All right. Yes. So, a certain HasLab project may or may not have been leaked. We don't know if it's real or not. But it's an interesting thing coming up because they were originally going to, I think, announce it on May 4th or the stream that was on May 3rd, and I think they pushed that announcement. And then somebody, see, the thing is, it's like they people are reporting it, and it's a photo from somebody's phone of a computer screen. So what? So questioning the validity or legitimacy of this leak. There's like a URL out there, but it's down now. So maybe there's something coming soon for the HasLab reveal. But just Ernie, Yoko, and Paul, when he comes back, or anyone in the chat, what would you like to see if that's not the real HasLab? What would you like to see as the next HasLab? Now, it can be, if it helps to break down some categories, Black Series, or Vintage Collection, or a playset, or a vehicle, or lightsabers, or creatures. What is tempting you? What would you like to get? And open to the chat also. I'm down for some TVC vehicles. The Ghost is already on the way. I'm a huge fan of vehicles, and I just don't know where to display them or put them.
Mhm. You'd have to go with.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I can't think of anything that I would want. The Ghost was it for me. Retired after this.
The Ghost
Yeah.
was like the main thing you wanted.
Yeah.
Paul, are you doing a bit where I started a new topic and you're like, let me get another toy to open?
No, so I actually had to go to the bathroom.
Okay,
And then
you
on the way
came
back, I
with
grabbed
another
a toy.
toy.
On the way back, I grabbed a toy.
I'm like, this guy loves his bits.
Sorry.
But the question was, what kind of HasLab project would you like to see for Star Wars? Like vintage, Black Series, more role play. Which role play is weird because you see those at regular releases, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
when
and
it
the
did the
lightsaber,
saber one.
Rava's lightsaber failed miserably, for example, right?
Yeah.
Like in terms of that. Although I will say, like with Ghostbusters, for example, the HasLab, they did the the 1-to-1 replica of the proton pack. Incredible value, like $400 for a pack that you can wear that has lights and sounds, is incredible value. I think the lightsaber was reaching for it a little bit, and but I think if they did like a prop replica of like something iconic, like Han Solo's DL-44 blaster that had lights and sound in it, and you drop the price a little bit, make it $300
300,
or
yeah.
something, or like a Stormtrooper E11 blaster, something like that, that is a little bit more obscure or whatever. You can put it on display. It does all these things. Then maybe I'd be interested in it. And I have like full on like replicas, but I would be like, I'm cheap that way. I'm like, ooh, pew pews. Let's get those, right? And I don't want to get you demonetized or like have the
Don't bring those
screen
over.
taken down, right? In fact, I just point out at them. But I mean, stuff like that, I think would be, you could put them in a package too. I know for the last HasLab, for Ghostbusters, they had the trap and the PKE meter and stuff, and like
How did that one do?
those are great. What's that?
Did that one fund?
Oh yeah,
really fast,
super quick, and it unlocked all the tiers too, right? So it's just like if you can use it for your cosplay, right, and or put it on display, I think that's a win. That's really, really cool. The unfortunate thing with Raven's her
spinning saber,
it's just too specific to her character. So if you're cosplaying as her, great.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of like the actual use of it, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's not generic enough. It's too tied to that one figure, and I think the perceived unpopularity of that character from very small subsect of fans just kind of soured everybody else from it.
That was still pretty new too.
Yeah,
because the show was still very recent.
Exactly. And you look at the Rancor, for example. Had they waited, or to release it, and then in the book of Boba Fett they've got the Rancor there, then you're like, oh my god, okay, people would have, I think it would have gotten backed.
Shown it with Boba Fett and not cardboard pieces that it was.
Exactly. You gotta sort of
the rocks.
Yes, dude, that was. It's also our fandom, though. I mean, it's very hard because Star Wars fans are very spoiled, and like Paul said, the Ghostbuster stuff, that went so fast, immediately funded, everybody wanted it. Same with Transformers. Like the Transformers stuff was so obscure and such deep cuts, but meant a lot to collectors, funded really fast on all the Transformers stuff as well, too. And then you get the Star Wars stuff and like that. Well, the Rancor is this and the Rancor is that, and the same thing with the sabers, and we've just had so many failed ones. It's like kind of too bad. But so far, for what we have had, I would like to see. I saw somebody else mention it too. Give us just this tricked out vintage collection at. We've had such different ones. To get the large one that was back in the day, that was like really close to giving you maybe some type of really closeness. That's so hard to get, and it's so super expensive.
Wait, it's giving you some sort of what?
It's so getting it close enough to be in scale with what it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
It was almost there, but it wasn't. But it was one of the largest ones that we had, and it was really super cheap back in the day too to have. People, it's the one that you see people use for like walking the dog pictures and like that. It was the bigger, larger one. But if you really did it to scale and made it large enough and gave it characters in it and like maybe even the Luke with the line that Rick can retract him up and down, do special stuff like that, then like yes, I would see that getting funded right away. But then I'm still like biased on Paul's behalf to give Paul a character and give us an X-wing with Tava. No, for reals, and then
that's a cop out because
give us a double though.
You have X-wings.
Yeah, but like done correct size. Like it still needs to be a little bit bigger. And your wings can go up and down slow, not just a push of a button one. Like if you had some motorized wings to actually make it do like it was, right? Not just your button action. There's things that you can do to make it a HasLab worthy X-Wing and correct. why not? You can also add trade out pieces for it to make it look damaged, to make it look weathered. You can turn it into Red 5. You can do it. It's an X-Wing that everybody uses, but you can do the stuff with it. So then you come packaged with Tava, Luke, and like that. Or you can do a double if you don't do the specific hardcore of it, and you have an X-Wing along with Ahsoka's red one with her and Huyang, and have that in there. Hers is very specially designed with her 360, the way it goes. You can have it do that. It's a very simple design, but it was also in the show, and they showed the inside of where they were training and the drop down table and like that. There is different things that you can do for vehicles to have something funded big time than a playset. I think the playsets are weird because we're in such a time of there's so many 3D sculptors out there that are already doing this for you and putting files out there.
Yeah, but that's not readily accessible for, I'd say, a majority of collectors. To print it and have it painted and displayable in your collection.
Yeah, I see a lot for sale all the time of pieces that you can put together. I know people who do it too. So
Right.
I'm on the other end as far as like that's something you can buy and piece together. Even if you don't have 3D printing available to it. People have their Etsy stores and little shops like that have it.
Yoko, would Ahsoka's ship bring you catch your eye?
I mean, if they made her ship, I would probably buy it, but I'm not really dying for her ship, to be honest.
So it's
Right.
like okay, nice.
I don't know, because her like that ship, the ship doesn't have. We just saw it on the show now, right? I don't know. It's not like the Ghost, where the Ghost was a character. You know what I mean? Like,
no, the Ghost was a really good pick.
I thought the AT-AT though would actually be tempting to me for some reason.
What about AT-AT and unlocked tiers are like the rebel turrets that they had on Hoth, and then you unlock sets of it, so you can build out a whole play set.
Yeah,
or a whole scene. A whole scene would be crazy. Aaron S says 1-to-1 Luke Snowspeeder. That is insane. Maker and Geek.
The 1-to-1.
Yeah,
Sorry,
exactly.
I just got that. Oh my god.
Yeah, Black Series, that one was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
Yeah. HasLab Tantive 4, I think, is pretty cool. That ship is it looks really cool. Would you say it's an iconic ship in Star Wars? It's been, yeah.
I think it's easily recognizable. You show it.
It is.
Yes.
You
It's
know,
the first ship you see, right?
yeah, and the deeper cut to that is, that was the original design for the Millennium Falcon, right? Like the front end was supposed to be the cockpit that's on the Falcon right now, but then they were like, oh, it's too similar to this other ship, so they redesigned it really quickly to the Falcon that we all know right now. But I mean, if you're gonna do that, then TVC scale, it's gonna be freaking gigantic, right? Same thing with the AT-AT, because they have the vintage collection ATST, right? And that's supposed to be sort of the right. It's a little bit small. They still cheated that one a little bit because there's supposed to be like 2 drivers in it, and there's not room for 2 drivers in it, right? So with all those things, there's this. They got to cheat a little bit. I mean, they'd had the Galactuses that got shipped out. They did the Unicron for Transformers. So size isn't something that they can deal with, but like something to scale, like everybody's asking for. I mean, you think about it. That's a troop carrier that holds at least like 20 snowtroopers, and supposed to be like 4 or 5 speeder bikes.
Yeah, in the
and
butt.
stuff like that, and like in the cockpit itself, there's supposed to be enough room for 3 figures. It's going to be gigantic, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how.
Scale is unlikely. Rick Jones says a Death Star playset TVC, like a section, right? Maybe just a bridge. That'd be cool. That'd be more realistic. Dash Rendar's Outrider. John Takis wants that. That would be cool. RMD says a HasLab TVC Death Star playset. A thin lightsaber watt. Damn it, Tommy. Get out of here. Easy Toy Hunters. Yes.
The Fondor from Andor.
Okay.
Like Luthen Rail's ship.
Yeah. That thing's cool. Here's mine. a set of vintage collection or Black Series Ralph McQuarrie design characters, because they I think they used to have it in, they had it in TVC, but like all, you know, like a good gallery of those characters, because I love the McQuarrie concept art and those designs, and maybe some other creatures too. Mustafar playsets, says Dole. I don't know. I'm surprised he didn't say Ewok Village. What's a proton arm cannon?
That's from the last movie.
The new movie.
From what new movie?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, Ghostbusters. Okay, cool. X-Wing with 5 variants of Carson Teva, says Modos 23. All right, here we go. We've got 5
Ooh,
backers.
the bar scene with Zeb and Carson Teva. That's what we want.
And all the director pilots.
Yeah.
I would buy that.
Yeah.
That would, like, if you get those exclusive
Yeah.
pilots.
The
Cowboy
cantina
hat.
at a Delphi
Yeah.
base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Delphi Rangers. Let's do it. TVC TIE Defender. Pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So we're gonna wait and see what happens to that HasLab. Again, it'd be super unfortunate if there was the real thing that was leaked. But again, sometimes that stuff happens. But otherwise, you know, it might be coming soon to get a full reveal of what that may be. Decertal, I'm gonna
If
regret
that's what it
reading.
was, are you into it?
If that's what it was, I think it's a cool idea, but I told Paul today, I'm in a very weird spot right now where I was like, someone told me, like, oh my God, have you seen so-and-so's collection video? Like, they're a hoarder. And then I watched this video and I'm like, you know, I'm not that far off, if not even worse. So I'm really trying to, like, really sell stuff now. And I know I don't have space for what this leaked alleged HasLab would be, as cool as it is.
Yeah.
Especially at that price point. I'm saving for San Diego and Celebration next year. So if that were it, I don't think the FOMO would get me this time. Previous years definitely that factored in.
But do you think it would be more like, for example, I know for the Ghost, people were jonesing not just because they're going to miss the Ghost, but because they're going to miss the special mural card back figures that were exclusive to the Ghost. So say for the Cantina, they release figures that haven't been released before with special Cantina, you know, Star Wars Episode 4, card backs that are specifically just for that. I mean, is that worth the $400 pickup to get a number of those? Like, if all those tiers were unlocked and these are characters, for example, that we've never seen.
No.
When you said all the tiers were unlocked, I was thinking of like fanboy
that
tiers.
too.
Yeah.
There are
Double
quite a
entendre.
number. Yes.
I don't care. I wouldn't buy it.
There you go.
Well, Ernie doesn't do TVC.
I don't really do OT.
But then till like that too, like you were saying earlier, I've had all that before too, as we were talking before. So I always see that as a really, like, I don't know. I always feel that a HasLab and all that should be something very special that you haven't had before. Like nobody has had before. Not redo, let's do it better on any type of level. Like if you haven't had it before, that's what it should be. That's what entices you. That's what gets you there to that selling point.
So what if it
to
was
me? It's a resale.
What if it was the fire spray?
I've had all different versions of those too, and that last one has been fine. That bigger one that they ended up doing.
Yeah.
I have that one. Okay, that's
So you wouldn't back it for your boy?
No.
What
It's
if
a
they
redo.
did? What if they did the Great Pit of Carcoon diorama playset, where you could have little Boba fall off, and like it plays the sound,
Lights and sounds.
right? Yeah,
Of a-
and the little
off the sail
tentacles,
barge.
yeah, come out,
Yeah.
and it was only if Boba went through, would it make that?
And that's it. It's a chip, so only he makes a sound.
And it's
yeah.
just like it's magnetic, So he always flies head first, right? So
Shelf presence calling you out. Like you said, the ad, even though you have been able to get it before.
Yeah, well, you said if what we would want like that. I'm not buying it though. I'm saying then redo it because it's still not correct. Like do it like
What?
that. But
Mm,
that's what you have. No, I'm
Wait.
saying like for reals. I wouldn't back it.
Hmm.
I've had all the
I don't-
ads too,
I don't
but
know
I'm
why.
thinking. I'm
I
trying
won't
to
back
think
it.
of what would entice people of a redo.
Pico Obi-Wan makes a good point. The cantina, you don't have to recreate, like a New Hope scenes or whatever. Like it's a cool display piece where you can build out a lot of different stuff and put make a really great display with any assortment of figures. So
yeah,
it's a pretty, I think it's a pretty versatile diorama displays. And I think they're conscious of like displaying it after, was it the ghost ship? You can take one side of it so you can put it on top of a detolf against the wall.
Hmm.
I think the leak mentioned something about display friendly. Again, we don't know if that's real or not. The cantina was featured in a couple seasons of Mandalorian. Is it the same cantina?
it's the same cantina. And that's the joke is when they go in and there's a droid bartender.
Right, and
the
the
original
scorch
trilogy-
marks were on
Yeah.
the wall.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I'd still not. For me, that's an easy pass for the cantina. I've started collecting 3.75 figs, but just because I back the Razor Crest, I have the Razor Crest, I've got the Ghost, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I need to populate these things, but I'd much rather use those as backdrops and diorama sort of settings than the cantina.
Mhm.
It's just my preference right there.
Oh.
So
I haven't even opened my N1 Starfighter. I see, that's how much stuff. That's
Yeah.
how much stuff I have. I'm way behind. Speaking of way behind, should we get into, we're not way behind, but should we talk about Tales of the Empire really quickly? I hope everyone in the chat has seen it. It came out May 4th. I don't have any screenshots because it was 6 episodes, but the first 3 episodes talked about a little bit more about Morgan Elsbeth, and the second 3 Barris Offee. And what did you guys think about the first half with Morgan Elsbeth? Now that the character, in Ahsoka in continuity, she's pretty dead. And like to have the show come out and be like, hey, we're gonna learn more about Morgan Elsbeth. What were you expecting from the show, and did it provide or meet your expectations? Yoko, what do you think? Oh, big sigh to start is always a good sign.
Because I feel like there were some moments I enjoyed, but I think I don't know, I feel like I was kind of missing, if they were going to give us a Morgan Elsbeth story, I feel like I was kind of missing some of the things I would have wanted to see or know. And I kind of would have rather had the time on maybe something or someone else, honestly, at the end of the day. But there were some cool moments. And also, I think the animation was beautiful. Like some of it looked real to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Some
that's my biggest takeaway from it, honestly, from the whole series. Yeah.
Some of them look like, video game level 3D graphics and fight in the fight scenes.
Yeah.
It looked really good. Paulie, what about you?
I enjoyed it. I don't know. It was just more Star Wars content. I like the character of Morgan Elsbeth. It was interesting to see. I wasn't looking for any real deep cuts. A lot of these stories, Tales of the Jedi, all those things are like brief little vignettes, and so you get, a soupçon of backstory. But I wasn't looking for anything really in depth. Just something a little bit more to color this really interesting character that's presented to us in The Mandalorian, and then later on in Ahsoka, right? So it's like, okay, so that's just a little bit of seasoning here and there. I love the bits with General Grievous. That's the Grievous that I think we were meant to see, not kind of like the buffoony kind of guy that was actually in the movie, who wasn't that frightening, really.
No.
You know, he was psychopathic, like the way he was just mowing down the Night Sisters, and he was telling Morgan, run, and you just saw how like terrible he was. So it was really neat. You know, I have to, it is that sort of progression of, this is where she came from, this is how she took over Corvus, and so, you know, you can just sort of fill in the blanks there. Again, yeah, the animation was spectacular. There's one moment where she's talking to Captain Paleon, and he's asking her, like, what do you want? And Yoko, you're gonna love this. You could see the fabric pattern on his tunic. That's how good it was. And you know what? It actually looked accurate to the actual fabric.
Nice.
So I was a big fan of that. And it really, I mean, the shot of the Star Destroyer with the Venator class support ships underneath too.
Yeah.
Again, that looked like it was right out of the movie.
Yeah.
And so they've really stepped up in the quality there. I'm not as up to date on the Night Sister, like the whole Dathomir thing. I know from what I know in the from the video games and stuff, and I had to in fact like sort of search up, okay, so what's the deal with Grievous and the Night Sisters, and why did he exterminate them all, and blah blah blah. And it took me down this hole of, okay, well, it all stemmed from Asajj Ventress escaping from, you know, Dooku trying to kill her. She goes back to Dathomir, blah 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 blah. So that was like, oh, okay, that filled in the blanks for me. And to just sort of see, it was interesting to see where Morgan Elsbeth came from.
Mhm.
You know, it just, and again, that serves to prop up a rewatch of Ahsoka, and just or to see, okay, so what is it with Morgan Elsbeth? Why is she so loyal to Thrawn? Like, what is that connection? So yeah, I enjoyed it, and I'm a big fan of Diana Lee Inosanto as well. So it's always like, I always have a bit of a personal connection with all these things. And yeah.
You've done cons? Have you done cons?
Yeah. And she's great. She's like,
she seems super nice.
Yeah. And she's very warm and very accepting, you know, even if she's never worked, like, she knew who I was. She was like, oh, I'm so excited to meet you. She made me feel like $1 million. And she was like, just so excited to be part of the Star Wars universe as well. And she's like, oh, we're all one big family. She's a great ambassador for Star Wars. And you can tell she really loves being a part of it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Which makes what I'm going to say next even tougher. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, she seems awesome, and the character is really cool. But I think something about those backstories in 3 episodes, I don't know what I was looking for, but I felt like it didn't really provide me with much more. Like you said, I've always questioned, like, oh, what's the Night Sisters and the 3 witches in Ahsoka? Why are they so loyal to Thrawn? Why are they so willing to do all those things? I thought maybe more of that would be covered in these episodes. We get the backstory of why Morgan Elsbeth is so loyal to Thrawn, because he backed her in you know, getting in with the Empire, and ultimately she becomes rich and powerful and has a position in the Empire. But other than that, I don't know. I felt like it was missing something for me. Ernie, how did you feel about the first half?
I enjoyed it. I liked them. It's not Tales from the Jedi, but it was still a cool story. Each one added. I mean, it's like we didn't need to know that, but it was still cool the way that everything was. I mean, from the Night Sister stuff, the opening with Grievous was just so cool. Like, it really brought you into it when he killed that one. Like, you know, we always say, oh, these are cartoons for kids, and you immediately get the saber through the chest with the burn hole and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be cool. That fight, what Paul was describing, and the way he was talking was, some of our old school, especially because he was so raspy and cough. The cough was there again, very, very strong in it when he was running. Like, you can hear that breathing, which came from, like, one of the classics that isn't done was that first round of Clone Wars cartoons. Mm-hmm. They showed where his chest got crushed, but they kept that, even though it doesn't count as that. But it was very cool. And then to see, like, okay, so she didn't have markings, so now you get an answer of that, of why They said, the Night Sisters magic was gone because they're all killed. I never knew that there was mountain witches as well that were hidden. So that's cool. That's something that I want to be explored when she used her magic and got everybody there. So it's like there's still a light and dark with them because you have the Night Sisters and then you have those mountain ones. I never knew that. That was something new that was added to it. And then just her story of being in that place does add to the Mandalorian scenes with Ahsoka and everything. You get why the people wanted to take over and what she promised them. And that added to it, the burning of the forest. So when Ahsoka lands, you see all that.
Right.
So this was just a little bit later. So it was just like, yeah. No, when Ahsoka, I'm saying, because wasn't some of it still smoking when she was walking through there and that was helping her cover?
I thought it was just fog.
Oh. So see, I was taking it as it seemed like it was
It couldn't have been that much longer though, that much later after. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool to me because I'm like, oh, so this just all went through. And then, the explanation of Bo-Katan telling him how to find Ahsoka. So it was just little tidbits of that that was like cool to me. Like, okay, like, yes, did we need it? No, but it was a cool story. I enjoyed it as that for that, just added to it. And it's always cool to see Thrawn in animation come out again. This felt like a different one than what we saw in Rebels and like that, the way he was and his explanation for stuff. Yeah. Especially because he says Admiral Thrawn, right? He doesn't give him the title of where he was yet.
He's not that.
I like that he was in the green.
Yeah.
You see, he wasn't a Grand Admiral yet, so he's still in
At
the
all.
green tunic.
Yeah, so it was cool.
Cool.
Yeah. And the introduction of his sidekick there too. We want to find people like you because what we're going through. And she said the Rebel Alliance.
And Rook.
Yes.
Rook fighting
his dude. And she won. That was a dope battle.
Yeah, that
all
was a
up
really
top.
cool battle.
But then you saw him too. I can't remember his name, the character who then took over, who was helping Mando, and they said, call security. And he said, no, let it go. Like, she might die.
What are you talking about?
When they started fighting and they cut down to the people there, and the one girl was going to call for security because they saw her being attacked, and he told her no. He said, wait, don't call, just hold off. Because to them, if she would have been
the
killed,
former
magistrate?
Yeah. So that was cool too, because it was like, dang, you're not even called to help her.
There you go. Legendary Poser says, what Ernie said, I like when they use these shorts to share stories we didn't need to know, flesh out the universe. Absolutely. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I think this one just didn't hit for me. Nothing specific.
I don't know. Like, I don't need all these characters humanized too, though, like, I think that's part of it for me. It's like, I like her as a character. I like what we've seen. I don't know. I'm the same as Kev though. And I feel like if anything, like, how did she go from like little witch outcast to magistrate
or tide developer or whatever?
Right. Like that to me, like if we're like that part of the story was missing. And so like, I don't know, like I liked seeing her meet with Thrawn, like, or, how, I mean, I like seeing Thrawn, right? Because he's an interesting character, so that makes it more interesting because he's involved. But I don't know. It was like half a story to me. So I'm still glad that we got half a story, but
they do be short.
Yeah, yeah.
The shorts be shortened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the second half also featured, a huge player in the Empire. It had some glimpses of Darth Vader, but this was the story of Barriss Offee after the raid on the. I thought that was a cat. After the raid on the Jedi Temple, the Inquisitors find her. This is now Anakin's taken over. The Sith have taken over. Vader's taken over, and they find her still in jail, and she has a choice. The it was the Grand Inquisitor that went to go see her, right? Not Lynn?
No, Lynn got her out.
Yeah.
Okay, it was. Okay. Yeah. And gave her the option to either join them or, usually it's join them or die. And she goes through training to become an Inquisitor, goes through all that stuff. Yoko, what was this a more fulfilling story for you? Or what about first of all, what about the character choice?
Okay, going into it, I was super excited. Like I wanted to know what happened to Barris, and I was super intrigued about the idea of her becoming an Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Having said that, I did not want a redemption story. I'm so tired of that, and it to me, her becoming one of the Inquisitors made sense, and I was like, ooh, I hope she actually became the sister that Ahsoka killed, and like no one ever knew, because like to me that's so much more interesting, right? And like that would have been a fitting end, I think, to her.
Paul and Ernie.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, I was excited to see her as an Inquisitor. Paul and Ernie, were you guys, interested in that? Where that story was going when it was announced?
Go ahead, Ernie.
Oh, okay. I wasn't interested in like that. I like what we got though. I think there was one missed opportunity with Vader passing her. There should have been something there, but there wasn't. And that was it. But I get it was a redemption, but I like to see how the Inquisitors chose people. Like, it's either you're going to do this or die. And she had to do it for a reason. And she just realized that she wasn't bad. Like, she knew what they were going after, but that still wasn't her. Yeah, and there wasn't that. I know at all, especially what we got from Jedi.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I liked it. I'm disagreeing with you guys, and I liked it. I thought the
bottom panel.
Cool.
Let's see if Paul keeps it same half and half. Top equator or top hemisphere.
Yeah, I wanted to see what happened to Barris Alfie as well. I kind of agree with Ernie, because it was just like I wasn't looking for a redemption arc, but I never really bought that she became an Inquisitor, because she seemed to fall into it really half-heartedly. Like she really didn't want to fight the guy. What's that?
She bombed the what did she bomb? She killed people.
Yes, but it was just like, but then she seemed reluctant to become an Inquisitor. Like she didn't want to fight her friend initially. She was like, we don't have to do this. So they were planting the seeds of her redemption right from the beginning.
But she backstabbed Ahsoka. Like,
yeah, and she still went on. But these are different. Like that wasn't what I'm trying to say. Is during the course of the shorts, she was like, we don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. We don't. She keeps questioning all these things that they're doing, and she finally gets to the point where she shoves the fourth sister off the side of the mountain and then sort of jogs off, right? And then you see it later on, and they have that big redemption arc for her. And again, I was very sort of ambivalent about the whole thing. After that point too, I think Yoko, you speak truth to. Yeah, I think that would have been cool if she leaned into being an Inquisitor. Yeah. And you point out, if she was that sister that Ahsoka killed, that would have been super dope. Because it'd be like, okay, they tied off that thread really, really well, right?
Yeah.
And so like hearing that, it's like, oh, okay. But again, it was like the Morgan Elsbeth stuff. Like I was just happy that they had more stories there. It was interesting watching her sort of go through that and seeing what happened to her. It seemed like the character of the fourth sister was very compelling too, because I was like, why does she look familiar? Who is that again? The fourth sister? Who is Lynn? She was part of the Jedi Temple beforehand. She doesn't go by that name anymore. So she became more compelling to me than Barris's story, in a sense.
Yeah, I like the end too.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, so who is what the hell?
Especially when she said, "Don't call me that."
Yeah, and so like I became more intrigued with her, right? Than Barris, and so I thought that was really interesting as well. The fact that when I did the dig, it was like, oh, she was an Obi-Wan. Right, she was one of the Inquisitors that was hunting Obi-Wan Kenobi in the live action series. Like, oh, that's why she looks familiar. I thought, okay, well, that's cool. And then I will admit, sometimes the jumping around in time, it's like, so where are they at this point? I know it's future, but how much more is this post Obi-Wan? Is this just like I kind of got confused as to where they were at in the stories and stuff. And so, again, I was just happy to be along for the ride. I thought it was, a lot of fun. I'm very simple to please sometimes. It's like, oh, look, Star Wars. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it and not be too critical about it. I binged it all in one sitting, because it's so short. And I guess I wasn't looking for too much depth, knowing that they're shorts, they're like little snacks. And so that's what I took them all for. Just little little interstitials. And that's about it.
I like to choose my snacks though. I want my snacks to be when I'm
Oh,
done
you're gonna get
snacking.
all bougie and fucking yeah, okay. Ooh, well, I prefer the Grey Poupon on mine.
I prefer
okay, fine.
wasabi almonds over regular ones.
I get what you're saying, Yoko, on that, but I felt like she was like Ahsoka too, and that's what we got to see. She did that because she felt the Jedi are wrong, and then she grew to see that the Inquisitors, meaning the dark side, is wrong too. I think so. Like she was kind of that middle. As everybody says that Ahsoka's in the middle of everything. I felt that with her, and she was trying to show that. She's like, why are we doing this? Why are we getting kids? Why are we killing again? It was kind of the same thing, even though yes, she killed all of those Jedi that were there, but I think she just like grew to realize that both sides are wrong. And I think when at the end of when she did that to Lynn, I felt like the answer, I don't know about you, Paul, was the answer was the light, right? You know the way out, just follow the path, she kept saying. But when the light shone in, you could see the correct path was what to take. Mm-hmm. So I felt like she was doing that. And I don't think it was Jedi or Sith, like, I don't know if that helps, but that's how I took it,
Okay.
I feel like they could have saved her arc for Tales of the Jedi season 2 and given us like another Empire story, if that's what they were going to call this, Tales of the Empire. Maybe.
No,
like,
very true.
Like,
yeah,
I mean, I like, because I went into this being like, I don't care about the Empire stories, but like, if you're going to give me Empire stories, then give me Empire stories. Right?
Yeah, it's so true. Sarlacc, the other show that I do, Chris is such a huge Empire guy, and he's saying, like you and Kevin are saying, he was so pissed off that there was no Empire. He said that. He said that over and over. He's like, "Where's my Empire story? I wanted an Empire story. I thought that's what we were getting, and that didn't happen." And I do. When I watched it, I realized what he was saying and what you guys are saying. Yeah. Absolutely. But then as I watched it, I took it as that first one was a cool story. The second one was even more so. I guess that kind of left my head as far as what stories it's supposed to be. But the animation that you guys talked about in the first one, the fight ones and these ones I thought were so cool. When the Grand Inquisitor dodged her the whole time and then she did it again with the saber to make her mad to use the dark side. Do you guys remember that one? And when all he did was dodge with his hands behind the back. Oh my God, that was dope. Like I had to rewind it and rewatch that part. And then when she did it to her later, I was like, oh dude, this is like a master and apprentice, like so like kung fu fighting type stuff. Like it was so I love that part. I was like, okay, I love when animation does this and makes you forget it's animation. That first one, yes, was so good, but I love the fighting in this one.
Did anyone else, they showed some Vader. They kind of played it up in the trailer, like, oh, Vader's gonna, he's walking, and they played a bit of the music. Would it have been cooler if we saw more, because it is Tales of the Empire, right? Maybe instead of just a cameo or, like a quick shot of Vader, or even in the Morgan Elsbeth one, like a brief scene with a younger Thrawn, or would that, I don't know. I think I would have found those stories maybe more Vader.
I would love more Thrawn stories. Even more of Grievous would have been great, I think.
Shouldn't there? Do you think there would have been cool if Barriss kind of got a recognized maybe Anakin's Force energy or aura a little bit?
Choked her a little or something. Something. I mean, that what she did to Ahsoka and him and Ahsoka being so close.
Well, they fought.
I did. I know, and I felt like there should have, like you said, the sense. Like you should have looked at her something. There could have been that split second in there thrown in to the animation of a look, or even like to choke her, just realize like, I know you're here. I know she doesn't know, of course, where there's that too of nobody's supposed to know Vader, and that always slips my mind as well too. Like just like the whole Emperor thing. I'm like, how does nobody know that's the Emperor? But yes. So I don't know. Like, I think you should have did something to her or said her name, called her out. Something.
Do people not know the Emperor is Palpatine?
That's what I always say. Yeah, they don't. Everybody always has to correct me on that. They're like, Ernie, they just think he's like a president. Like they don't know he's this Sith user. You know, that he's the Emperor Palpatine. He's not Darth Sidious. I always think that everybody knows that he's Darth Sidious. Like he's.
Oh, okay, you said the other name that people
sorry.
did know that you didn't think that they did know. Okay, that makes sense. Ryan Dole says, I want to know how they recruit surviving Jedi without them order 66ing them in the face.
Well, that was funny. Remember, Ryan? They said it behind the bars. They had the shock troopers there. Lucky you're in here. Like, we would have killed you out there just a minute ago, but lucky you're behind bars. I found that funny. But yeah, like, I don't know. Was it was only for that Order 66 lasted 20 minutes or something, or what? Or it was all the time? Because they just said, "Oh, you're lucky you're behind this right now, or it'd be a different story," something like that. And I laughed at it because I was like,
or she had Orlin had mind controlled them, right? Because why else would she just let them walk out? Like they just let them walk out.
Later, John.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Lynn herself was a Jedi,
right?
So,
mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're gonna start tugging on that string, on that thread, I mean, everything's gonna fall apart eventually, 66. Right? So, yeah. You're gonna have to sort of make that leap and kind of go, okay, well, they're told we're going to be recruiting, you know, there's going to be, and that's what all Inquisitors were, fallen Jedi, former Jedi who'd been converted, subverted to the dark side, right?
That's true.
So, I mean, there's probably a clause or something in that Order 66, Clause 1A. If said Jedi, Force user is a former Jedi, then it's fine. Clause 2B, unless it's Ahsoka, in which case we need to kill her at all costs, type thing, right? Like, who knows? At the end of the day, if you really, really want to like break it down like that, nothing's going to hold up to that kind of scrutiny. Nothing is airtight. I think, you can discuss that, but I don't know how really fruitful that kind of discussion is. At the end of the day, it's like we know there's plot armor, there's story armor. Certain characters don't get killed because of certain reasons, right? Or they're protected, or there's certain leaps in logic to sort of propel the story forward. You can argue whether that's lazy writing or whether that's whatever. Plot armor is a thing, right? So
for sure,
I think in the expediency of telling a story, they kind of go, we'll just, because they know, she's not a Jedi anymore. They know, and so we'll just get on with her journey to falling to the dark side, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. I think overall it was some cool characters to dive into. A few for me, some cool points, but I think there are some parts that kind of missed the mark. But overall, Bear Safi, I think that was my favorite, the thing that I was looking forward to the most from that series. Again, lower hemisphere seems to be same opinion versus the upper northern hemisphere, which is interesting layout that seems to work out tonight. But I think we can all agree, in less than a month, Acolyte coming out is gonna be awesome.
And that got you excited, so that's cool. That preview got you excited.
Yeah.
Going back to Barris real quick, I wanted to ask you guys, wasn't it weird how they, like Paul was saying, I recognized her face that she was on Obi-Wan, Lynn was. And it's like, yes, she was recognizable. But they gave her a helmet to wear. Like, you don't get to choose your costume, right? Because, like, she put it on. And then there's other ones with helmets on, too. But some can show their face and some can't. So, like, how did that happen, right? Because they handed her the helmet. And she's like, all right. And she had to put it on. But what was the significance? Is it just a look? Is it a menacing look for your Inquisitor crew?
I swear, Paul just said this about their shorts. We don't need to dig into it for.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I did. I wondered about that though. Like, why does she have a helmet on?
For the ease of storytelling.
Yeah,
just to show that she's part of the gang.
Well, she was probably replacing someone who died, and she fit the costume.
She's all it smells in here.
Are these
smells like shame and fear?
Yeah.
Well, and it was cool that Marok was one of the Inquisitors, right?
Yeah, you saw him. Okay. Yeah.
I
so that's a little
sure if it was
a little bit of shading. in there. So it's like, okay, so he was an Inquisitor, and interesting. Like it would have been neat to show some of his backstory then, because you see so little of him.
Yeah.
Excuse me, in Ahsoka, and then when he's dispatched, like, oh, he's full of gas. What's that all about?
That's a great point. Because
So that would have been really cool to see a little bit more of his
to make him human.
story.
yeah.
Well, I don't know about
Not,
making
not
him
human, but like make
Or
him real.
why is he gaseous?
just
Make
a
him
little bit more than
Yeah.
because they featured him so much
Yeah.
in all the ads and stuff like that. He's kind of like their Boba Fett. He's just there for a little bit, serves, just looks cool, and then just gets offed
And it's full of
super
gas.
easily. Yeah, and it's like, oh, it's just like
I
it
think
goes
wrap
out
it
like a
up.
punk, kind of, just so easy.
Boba Fett digs aside. Like I think the story with Morgan Elsbeth in Ahsoka, like we knew the character, it was introduced in Mando. Here's what she did in the season, and then she died. Like I felt like there was kind of closure to that character. Whereas, like Paul said, Maroc was like, yeah, he did all this cool stuff, and then he was gas. and then people are like, what the hell? How did that happen? Why is he gas? Is he still alive? And then you show him here, and it's like, if these shows are meant to fill in parts of the story that you didn't get, you didn't get any like closure or finality out of it, or like find out what happened to Barriss Offee. Like I think that would have been a really cool story too, instead of more about Morgan Elsbeth. But then it would have to be a really, really good backstory for it to live up to what the expectations would be. Like, he was born from a gaseous planet of gas-based aliens. His mother was a cloud, and his father was, I don't know. That would have been that's what I would write. It would
I wouldn't mind more Dathomir witch stories though. Also,
Tales of the Sith.
Maybe an Ventress series.
Oh yeah.
I want them to tie in Marin too from the Fallen Order games.
Yes.
Who's married?
She's a witch.
She's a
Night sister?
But
yeah, she's a night sister in the games.
She
Oh,
had this in the first game, and in the second game, I haven't played it, but I've seen a clip where they kiss. So I guess they get a little bit.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Excellent. My streak of jumping ahead is intact.
so did you with them showing Morgan? Was she in the background running with the other ones, or no?
That's
Or
what I was
the
kind of
timeline
looking
doesn't
for
match
her,
up?
but yeah, I didn't see her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
video games are not canon, says Ryan Dole.
Is that true?
The way that
No.
Yoko plays them, yeah. Because
Fair.
like, how does Cal Kestis have the power to keep reviving himself after wall running and failing in the same spot 20
Hey, I'm
times?
getting really good at wall running.
Is it localized to that part of this planet in Star Wars lore, or is that his skill set? D Turtle says we're gonna get a new Barriss Offee figure before we get a Carson Tava.
Damn, that's jacked up.
He's right.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
He's right.
But yeah, what is it? Acolyte in a few weeks. Super exciting, and I think that's going to be the next big thing, which is great because X-Men 97 is finishing this week, and I think that's going to be the next series where I'm like, waiting for that new episode every week because it does look really, really
So
interesting. I think that's about it for tonight, though. I think we went through the a lot of new releases. Paul, you got some cool stuff in intervals apparently throughout the show. Yoko, you got your hot toys, which is
Well, yeah,
awesome.
kind
Hot
of.
toy, one single hot figure. And
Are you sure we shouldn't talk about the water bottle some more?
no, I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're good. Lead designer, new name in the chat. What's going on? Says touring around, got to meet up with you. Got something coming to Titans HQ with my name on it. Like my actual name? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, hit me up, message me. I'm on Instagram. Yeah, but lots of cool stuff going on this week. Should we do the usual?
Like what? Oh, that was a setup.
That was the setup. I set them up and you knock it down, but not in the good way.
Right.
I do the alley and you do the block.
I do the oops.
No.
Oh.
Alley oops.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really good.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of messing up, I keep saying it, but I think tomorrow I will actually go back to playing Fallen Survivor.
you didn't stream last week, right? Because
I didn't end up playing, but I will. I think I will tomorrow. Falling Survivor, 7:30ish Pacific time on my YouTube channel, Yoko McCann.
Okay, so last week, my guest for Unboxing Thursdays, he did some voice work for Jedi Survivor. We've been calling it Falling Survivor because of how much Yoko falls in the game. That when he was like, "Oh, what was the name of that game?" I answered so quickly and so matter of fact. I'm like, "Yeah, Falling Survivor." I thought that was in my head. That's the actual name of the game. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's the one," because he's like, "Oh, I only go by the code names of the titles when we're working on it." So sometimes he forgets, but I'm like, and Yoko's like, "No, it's just Jedi Survivor. The falling part is my copy of the game." So yeah, Yoko's
that made me laugh.
Your gameplay actually has become canon in my head. So thank you, Yoko, for that embarrassing moment last Thursday. So you're back hopefully tomorrow night.
Yep.
Ernie, what about you, man?
Wednesday night with the Fallen Fett Chronicles, join myself, Yoko, Dario, and along with the Federation as we get into who knows what. Join us the very first of the month, along with Tommy for some really good trivia. Coming up next is 90s night. Will be at the beginning of June. Other than that, you can catch us every Wednesday at 6 p.m. on my YouTube channel. And then immediately following that with the Sarlacc Digest for more Star Wars news and talk. And Thursday nights with the Toy Migos with their Not Dolls, as we break down all the latest toy news going around.
Ernie, how do you do
more emojis?
What?
And Ernie ruins more emojis for me. Look at Matt Logic. Look at Matt Logic's.
Ernie, how do you do for trivia on your channel?
How do we do it?
No, how do you place?
I was really glad that.
How did you do on 80s movie trivia, Ernie?
I was really glad that Paul wasn't there. Let's just say that.
What happened?
So,
I beat him.
dude, Yoko beat me on 80s
God.
trivia. I swear to God.
Ernie, first you don't make top 10.
Guessing.
The Bad
In our own
Batch
show.
For our own show. You don't even make top 10.
I know.
And then you let Yoko beat you at a I mean, no offense, Yoko.
No,
but I mean, Ernie, you lived through the 80s.
I know.
You should know this stuff.
Wow. I was laughing at all the questions and everything, and I did get some wrong. And I'm like, damn it, Tommy. What is wrong with you? This is supposed to be easy.
Yoko was
it was done really well.
There's in the 80s.
There's quotes.
I have seen most of them, actually.
Quotes from movies, quotes of who said it.
Oh gosh.
And it was really good. And no, Paul, I'm sorry. I'm just glad you weren't there. So, yes.
Oh boy.
90s will be next, and I'm going to totally redeem myself.
Although one of the questions I actually got wrong was Star Wars.
She did. All the ones you got wrong were Star Wars.
You really didn't have to add that. Like, you could have just left.
I know, I could have.
You know,
I got all the Star Wars ones right.
There was like 2. Yeah.
I got all the Star Wars ones right.
I got one right. I got one wrong.
All right.
It was. It's a lot of fun. So, and find me at Disneyland every weekend. So there you go.
Oh, Ernie.
Paulie, what about you?
I'm actually going to be away the next couple of weeks. This Thursday kicks off. No, sorry, next Friday. This Friday coming up kicks off like a 10-day 3-city extravaganza for me. I'm going to be actually heading down to the Motor City Comic Con this weekend. I'll be appearing there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you're in that area, I believe it's in Novi, Michigan, which is about an hour outside of Detroit. Come on by. I'm going to be there signing autographs and getting pictures taken. So you can meet me there. And then following that, I'll be in Los Angeles from Monday to Thursday doing an event. If you're an Academy member and in the greater Los Angeles area, come on by. There is an FYC for your consideration event for Avatar: The Last Airbender for the Academy members. We're going to be doing some panel discussions and sort of chatting about all things Avatar. And then following that, I'll be jetting off to lovely Phoenix, Arizona, where I'll be a guest at the Phoenix Fan Fusion. And I'll be there signing autographs and be teaming up with my ex-castmate, Simu Liu. We're going to be offering up a very, very rare Kim's Convenience pair up for photo ops. So if you're going to be in that area, I don't know what to call it, the greater Phoenix area. If you're going to be in Phoenix, you're going to be at the Phoenix Fan Fusion. We'll be there. So I'll be making an appearance on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday while in Phoenix. And then I get to come home. And I've got some work lined up on a show in Canada. Hasn't been announced yet, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I'm going to be super busy working on that series as well. So it's going to be really busy. Unfortunately, no time to live stream and do fun boxing Sundays for the next couple of weeks. But we will be dropping very, very soon the first 17 episodes of the Geek Slayer podcast. Right on my YouTube channel. It'll be available for channel members initially, and then we're going to drop it on the channel proper for everyone else. So keep your ears for all the channel members for Bitter Asian Dude Inc. Keep your eyes and ears focused on the community chats, and we'll let you know when we drop those episodes.
Nice. Seems like a busy couple of weeks coming up.
Yeah.
Congrats. Let's see. I mentioned this Thursday, Unboxing Thursdays, the special guest is a member of the chat who trolls us and is always a good time. He's a really talented toy photographer, legendary poser. So come check us out Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't watched it yet, last Thursday I had on AJ Locasio, who is the voice of Gambit in X-Men 97. And that was a lot of fun. I'm still rewatching it. It's super cool. And the season finale of X-Men 97 is this Wednesday. So hopefully Ryan Dole, who's still in the chat, will be doing a Gotham City Tonight stream and will invite me on, and we can talk about some more trauma that might be on the way from the season finale, if these previous episodes have been any indication. Of course, on May 26th, a couple of Sundays from now, I'll be doing a live stream here on YouTube for the I didn't mean to do that. Unboxing and giveaway of this Mezco Snake Eyes for everyone who is over on Patreon. So again, if you want to join patreon.com/toyingaround, yesterday, we just did a watch along for X-Men 97, some older episodes. Again, there's giveaways, there's early access to videos, and behind the scenes exclusive videos as well. So if you would like to support the content, check out patreon.com/toyingaround. And Boba Squadron. Oh, are we coming back next week? Paulie, you're away?
I will be yes, I'll be
Angeles.
flying to Los Angeles on Monday. So
Yeah,
I will be unavailable.
I don't know. What are we going to talk about?
I can't make it either.
Are we taking a week off, Yoko?
Yeah, sure, up to you.
We will figure it out. But Yoko is going to take us home.
Oh, I'm like, where am I going?
I don't know why it's a surprise every week.
I know, I really am though, because I'm surprised you will you invite me back to do this every week. Okay, so we're doing it. Okay, hit that thumbs up.
Hit that. Hit that.
I'm sorry. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed our. Did we already talk about the May the 4th episode last week? When was May the 4th?
Saturday?
Was
Two
it
Saturdays ago.
We talked about it last week. Okay.
Yes,
Sorry.
we did.
I had to look at a calendar. I don't know what day it is. All right. Now that you've had substantial time to hit that thumbs up, thank you. And can't wait for the Acolyte. And maybe we'll be back in the meantime. So make sure you hit that bell for notifications too to know when we go live. How about that?
That's
Are we
great.
all doing hearts?
I've realized that my hearts have been too close together. I think
Not
Paul
really
might have
enough?
been doing it better than me.
and yet you'd like to troll me.
That's what friends do. Thank you, Yoko, for that lovely outro, everyone. Again, thank you for watching tonight. Thank you for watching the replay. And have yourselves a great night. And keep toying around. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, we separated the upper and lower hemisphere again.
Ernie, what the
Yes.
hell, dude?
What did I do now?
You failed at the trivia? 80s trivia?
I did.
Oh my god.
I did. And I literally said, God, I'm so glad Paul's not here.
Oh man, I'm gonna give it to you so hard.
I would have, dude, I'd have to stop my channel. I know. It was.
Get me that water bottle, quick.
Pass me my bottle.
Yeah, pass
Hold
me
on,
my
I need-
bottle, boy.
I need
My-
both
No.
hands.
My
The
girthy
girthy
bottle.
one.
Yeah.
No, girthier.
Let me put
I
both
said
hands.
the girthy one.